Can you believe all these videos were created with a free AI video generator and these images also generated for free? I was honestly blown away by the quality of both, and it didn't take all day to generate them. Unlike some other tools like Kling and Lua, I know many of you are searching for an AI video generator that not only comes at no cost, but also produces high quality videos. While many video generators offer a limited amount of free credits for testing, this one is completely free, at least for now. I'm talking about Qwen Chat by Alibaba Cloud. It's more than just a video generator. At its core, it's a chatbot like ChatGPT and is the top Chinese language model in some benchmarks. It also features a free image generator that creates high-quality visuals. Today, I'm going to test both its video and image capabilities. Let's get started. First, go to chat.qnlm.ai and click on Video Generation. Choose your desired aspect ratio, then enter a detailed description of the video you want to create. When you are ready to submit your request, click on the up arrow button. Keep in mind that for now, the tool only supports text to video, not image to video. Oh, I almost forgot. You'll need to create an account before using the tools. You can sign up with either your email address or Google. Here's our first video, a woman in a red bikini running on a beach. The overall aesthetics look good, and the physics of both her movement and the ocean waves are well rendered. However, since she's not facing the camera, it's hard to assess how well her face was generated. Minimax's version didn't perform as well. Her face is heavily distorted, and the way her feet interact with the sand looks unnatural. Kling's version is slightly better, but it still struggles with facial distortion. Pixverse's video is better, but again, the woman's face looks weird. Overall, I think they all did an okay job, especially with the waves, but Qwen's video is the best. Before we move on to the next video, here's something to keep in mind. I use the free version of every tool except Kling. Most of the Kling videos were generated using the 1.6 model in standard mode, unless stated otherwise. Also, I only created one video per prompt for each tool. Here's a video of a Lara Croft-style character running through an ancient temple as pillars and ceilings collapse around her. Qwen struggled with this one, particularly in rendering the woman's appearance. While her body movement is fairly accurate as she runs, the final shot, where the pillars fall and she tumbles backward, feels unnatural and unrealistic. Minimax's version took a more video game style approach. I like how she moves, but she isn't running as fast as she should be. At one point, it even looks like she's running in midair due to missing sections of the floor. The ground crumbles, but not in a believable way. Pixverse's attempt didn't fare much better. The quality is subpar with significant facial distortion. The physics of the collapsing ground and her fall also feel off. Kling's video is missing because it refused to generate it and instructed me to adjust the prompt. I have to say, none of these really hit the mark. Sticking with the Tomb Raider theme, here's a video of an explorer brushing away dirt from a mysterious relic embedded in the ground. The quality is solid, and the video follows my prompt well, but oddly, part of the dirt seems to magically move on its own. Minimax's version has good quality, but when the glowing symbols appear, the scene abruptly cuts to a different person in a different setting, which feels jarring. Pixverse did a decent job and delivered what I asked for, but when the explorer rubs the relic, dirt suddenly reappears out of nowhere. Kling's version is visually strong, but there's noticeable morphing in the explorer's hand, the tool, and the relic itself. Strangely, it looks more like she's cooking something rather than uncovering an ancient artifact. On the plus side, all the tools executed the zoom-in effect correctly as I had prompted. Overall, Qwen takes the win on this one, as it maintained the best quality and accurately depicted the explorer brushing away the dirt. This video turned out great. The way the knife cuts through the watermelon looks realistic and smooth. I just wish it had shown the slices after the cut. Pixverse's attempt was a complete fail. There's not much to say. Minimax's video was almost good. The juice splatter looked decent, but the moment the watermelon is cut, it instantly regenerates, which breaks the realism. Kling's version struggled with the physics. The person is slicing the watermelon, but the pieces morph unnaturally, making the motion look off. Once again, Qwen takes the win for this round. Here's Qwen's take on Keanu Reeves eating noodles. While he doesn't exactly look like Keanu, the way he eats the spaghetti is incredibly realistic. Minimax also did a great job, and this time it actually looks like Keanu. There are some odd movements, but nothing too distracting. Kling's version is a bit odd. The way the man eats the spaghetti feels unnatural. It also looks like someone else is holding the bowl for him, and instead of spaghetti, he's slurping up something that resembles bamboo sticks. Pixverse did a pretty good job, and the man actually resembles Keanu Reeves. However, there's some strange style transference between the spoon and the spaghetti, which makes the visuals a little off. It's a close call, but I'm giving this one to Minimax because of the overall quality and the fact that the guy looks the most like Keanu. Here's a video of an epic battle between two anime characters. My original prompt requested Dragon Ball Z style fighters, but Qwen wouldn't generate it due to policy restrictions. While the characters look great, there's almost no movement until the very end of the video. Minimax's version stands out because it didn't censor my prompt and actually generated Dragon Ball Z style characters. The fighting looks a bit goofy, but the overall visuals are solid. This Kling video was generated in professional mode, but unfortunately it didn't follow the prompt. One of the characters is completely missing. That said, the animation, effects, and overall quality are still impressive. I really like Pixverse's version, despite some obvious inconsistencies. For example, the character on the right changes appearance mid-scene, and the overall quality is a bit low. Even though I really like Pixverse's take, Minimax wins this round for its prompt accuracy and consistency. Here's a video of a female soldier standing on a platform in a futuristic city. The style is cartoonish. However, the video didn't fully follow the prompt. While it starts with a close-up and zooms out, it was also supposed to circle around her, which it failed to do. Additionally, she was meant to start walking at some point, but she never does. Minimax's version also leans into a cartoonish style. The camera successfully circles around her, but it doesn't zoom out, and she still doesn't walk. Kling's video is the most impressive. The realistic art style and clear facial features stand out, making it visually strong. I did generate this in professional mode, but like the others, it didn't fully adhere to the prompt. Pixverse also went for realism, and while the video looks good overall, her eyes appear distorted, and again, it didn't follow the prompt accurately. I'm calling this one a tie between Kling and Pixverse. Up next is a video featuring a warrior moving through a destroyed city in anime style. The visuals are great, and I really like how the camera tracks him from behind. However, the creatures are just a blur with no real detail. Minimax's video is pretty dark, making it hard to see the warrior's face, but he does look tough, completely unfazed by his surroundings. Kling's video didn't turn out well. There's a lot of distortion and morphing of both the man and the monsters. Pixverse's video is blurry, likely due to the low resolution from the free version, and both the warriors' and monsters' faces are distorted. Overall, I'll give this round to Qwen. I prompted for a dancer performing a signature dance move, and Qwen delivered a woman breakdancing. While she is indeed breakdancing, there are obvious inconsistencies in her movement. Minimax also has some inconsistencies, such as moments where her head doesn't turn while her body does. Kling's version features an elegant ballerina with graceful moves. However, there's some morphing in her arms and hands, although other parts of the animation are quite well done. Pixverse's video is not great. The dancer's limbs shift into different shapes, sometimes giving her 3 legs, and it's quite disturbing. It looks as though she's mutating just to complete the dance move. Overall, I think Kling's video is the best. I prompted for the text AI concoction to be revealed from an explosion in a 3D animated style, and Qwen nailed it. The animation is fantastic, the explosion effect is well executed, and the text rendering is completely accurate. It did everything I asked for. Minimax's visuals are plain, but it was close to getting it right, except the P should be a C. Kling still struggles with text rendering. I tested every model, but it never produced readable text. This result from the 1.0 model is another example of this ongoing issue. Pixverse's video is visually appealing. The graphics, explosion effect, and text appearance are all very good. However, it didn't fully follow the prompt as the text was not revealed from the explosion as intended. Still, it's a well-executed video. This one was a close call between Qwen and Pixverse, and while I prefer Pixverse's overall style, Qwen takes the win for getting every detail right. I wanted to test Qwen's ability to generate Pixar-style videos, and overall it did a pretty good job. The video is adorable, but there's very little movement besides the little girl herself. The art style is simple animation, and she's not even pedaling the bike. Maybe it's motorized. Minimax excels at Pixar-style animations, and this video is no exception. The quality is great, but again, she's not pedaling. This Qwen video was generated with the 1.0 model, and while it's pretty good, it does have some issues. At least she's pedaling, but the video is a bit blurry and her fingers merge together at times. Pixverse nailed this one. The animation style is strong, and the little girl's appearance is well done. For its overall quality and execution, Pixverse takes the win. The werewolf was supposed to be walking through a crowd of pedestrians, but he looks more like an oversized wolf than a true werewolf. I do like how the wolf moves, but there are some odd moments, like a sudden cut to the pedestrians, many of whom morph and distort. The ending close-up of some abstract imagery of the wolf also feels out of place. Minimax did a solid job. The creature actually looks like a werewolf, and I like how he walks confidently through the crowd, unbothered, as if he has somewhere to be. It also captures the pedestrians' reactions well, though there is some distortion among them. I'm not sure what Qwen was going for here. The video is a chaotic swirl of gray and shifting figures, and I can't even make out a werewolf. While it's a visual mess, there's something surreal and Salvador Dali-esque about it. Pixverse's version is pretty cool, though the creature still looks more like a big wolf than a werewolf. I do like how it moves toward the camera, but I wish there were stronger reactions from the pedestrians. For its overall execution and adherence to the prompt, Minimax wins this round. Now it's time to test Qwen's image generation capabilities and compare them to other free tools like Imagen 3 and Flux in Glyph, as well as paid generators like Midjourney and Design. First, I generated an image of a fierce warrior princess standing atop a mountain. All the results were impressive, but Zine's stood out as my favorite. Surprisingly, Midjourney ranked the lowest for me. Qwen also did a great job, though the sword oddly blended into her arm. Next, I tested images of storm chasers pursuing a tornado. Qwen's version lacked realism, and the people appeared faceless. Imagen 3 improved on this, but still didn't show facial details. Zine had a semi-realistic look, while Flux was the least impressive. Midjourney's image had the most cinematic feel, making it my top pick. I also wanted to see how well these tools could render text, so I prompted for a magical orb with the words AI concoction in front of it. Every generator spelled the text correctly, but only Qwen and Imagen 3 failed to position it properly over the orb. In terms of overall appearance, Midjourney's rendering was the most visually appealing. This round tests human poses and interactions. Midjourney completely missed the mark as the dog ended up on the skateboard instead of the man. The other generators did a decent job, with Qwen even adding fire to the hoop, which was a nice touch. However, I think Flux delivered the best result. This test evaluates their ability to follow spatial instructions, and they all passed, although Midjourney was the only one to place 2 blocks. As for visual appearance, it's a toss-up for me. All of the generators did a great job with the anime style. Qwen has a slight issue as the third character isn't visible, but aside from that, the image looks fantastic. Overall, I'd call this a tie between Qwen, Midjourney, and Flux. They all did a good job here, but I prefer Imagen's old cartoon style the most. Qwen did well too, though I don't think the character looks exactly like the Beast. I was able to generate character sheets in all of the generators, but I have to say, Qwen's is by far the most adorable. I attempted to create a consistent character in Qwen without using a character sheet, since they don't have a dedicated tool for that or indicate whether it's supported. I followed the same method I used in my consistent character GPT video, which involves providing a detailed prompt and adding a seed number. While her clothes aren't consistent, I think her face remains somewhat consistent across the images. What do you think? Lastly, I wanted to test how these tools handle generating content involving famous people and more risque prompts. I asked to generate an image of President Donald Trump and Kamala Harris having dinner together. I anticipated that Midjourney would refuse the prompt due to heavy censorship, and I was correct. Imagen also refused to generate it. However, Flux, Qwen, and Zine all successfully generated the image. They did a good job capturing Trump's likeness, but The depiction of Kamala Harris didn't resemble her much. Qwen's image felt overly smooth, making it look unrealistic. I think I prefer Flux's version. Next, I tried a prompt for a sexy bikini model wearing a red-laced thong and red-laced bra backside shot. Qwen was the only one to generate the image, while the others refused. However, when I prompted for a completely nude model, Qwen refused that as well, indicating it is somewhat censored. I was able to generate numerous images using Qwen without any restrictions, but I was limited to creating only 9 videos before receiving a limit message. Occasionally, I also encountered this message while attempting to generate a video. Also, I forgot to mention that I used the Qwen 2.5 Max model for all the videos and images. Overall, I think Qwen is an impressive tool. Most of the videos turned out great and the images were high quality as well. While the videos do come with a watermark, the images do not. I didn't explore its chatbot capabilities in this video, but if you'd like me to cover that in a future one, let me know in the comments. I highly recommend taking advantage of this free tool while it lasts. There's no telling when it might no longer be free. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.